Hello friends, today we are talking about Computer Graphics and Visualization Lab prescribed for the 6th semester for the 17 series batch. I will be discussing the program Teapot. Teapot is one of the basic routines available in OpenGL. Here in Teapot program we are going to discuss the properties of light source and properties of surfaces of the solid objects we are using in the program. Let's start with the header files. You can see ash include gl.glut.h. We are starting from there. Then we have used teapot routine. So the algorithm goes like this. First we start with the function glut solid cube to draw wall and the table, and then the second step goes with use of the same function to draw 4 cubes and then to scale them downwards direction to make it look like table legs. And the third step goes like glut solid teapot, which is used to draw teapot. See the function for the teapot where we have x, y and z coordinates. We are pushing the matrix for the transformation functions. Then we are rendering the solid teapot gif respectively because we have the animated function. Because of that we are using this solid teapot function. And then since we have the push matrix function of stack, then obviously we are popping it with respect to that. For the tabletop, it goes with like this. Here we are using x, y and z coordinates. Again we are pushing the matrix with the translation factors and scaling factors with respect to the user data given, and the functions we have used solid cube and the pop matrix again. As I told you already, for table legs also we'll be using solid cube only, but we are elaborating that solid cube into the legs. So 4 legs we are drawing using this push matrix and then translating them, scaling them and popping the matrix. For wall we have push matrix, translate and then scale and then solid cube and pop matrix. So let's deal with the main function. We have argument counters and argument vectors to give the specific path of the glut libraries, and then we have the initialization of them. Then we have the display mode where we are using the buffers. So we are referring with the single buffer here, and the color model as RGB. And for glut depth, because we are seeing the object in 3D, that is where we go with the depth. Initialization of the window size, we have given 500 into 500. You can just specify it according to your requirements again. Then we are giving the position of the window with respect to 0 comma 0, that is leftmost part of the window or screen we have taken. Otherwise you can make it into your requirements given. And then create window, the title of the window we are giving with respect to teapot on a table. You can change this also. And then we have my init function. Let's move to the my init function and see what is there in that. If you come to my init function, here importantly we deal with the view of that particular object and the giving color to that particular object. Clear color, we are clearing all the buffers with respect to RGBA, that is we are providing the color in the format of full color format, that is RGB, along with the transparency of the object, that is alpha parameter. Then we have the projection matrix with respect to gl underscore projection, which is a built-in function of OpenGL again. Once we have projection matrix, then we uploaded the load identity matrix so that we can multiply them together and get GL model view, the model of that particular object, whatever we are rendering, that we are supposed to get that in GL underscore model view. So this orthogonal projections, we have given the aspect ratios with respect to x, y and z coordinates. We have display function as glut display function, where we are calling the display function. If we just go to display function, you can see here we have given teapot, tabletop, table legs, which we have already defined, and also walls with respect to one variable p. Then we are clearing the buffers. With respect to color buffers, we are clearing bitwise. Then depth buffer, we are clearing the depth buffer also, because we are using the object in the 3D format. Then since we have the 3D object, we are loading that particular identity matrix here. And then we have lookout function. This is a specialized function which creates a view matrix that transforms vertices from world coordinates to camera coordinates. And also it takes 3 parameters at a time, or 3 vectors as arguments it takes. Then we are calling the function light, which adds the light to our object. Let's see the light function. OpenGL actually supports 8 types of light functions, where the typical material properties indirectly define the color of an object. Here we have ambient, diffuse, specular, shyness. Okay, so we have some GL material FV, which specifies material parameters for lighting model. Then this material FV, this will give the same screen with the different kind of orientations of the camera. Then we provide the light position to that, which returns the light sensor or light sources as parameters vectors. After calling light, here we have a source for creating teapot with respect to the coordinates 0, 0.0, then teapot p, which we have already defined, and then tabletop, which again we have already created in the above functions. Then we have created the table legs with respect to first leg, second leg, third leg, and fourth leg. You can see the difference we have given here. Then we modify the selected transformation matrix using this rotate F with respect to the 90 degrees angle, and we have given the wall, second wall. We have created the first wall already, the second wall we have created, and the third wall, so that we can see the object in 3 dimensions with the different light aspects. And we have the GL flush function to flush the buffers. Then we have enable lighting. This GL enable lighting and GL enable light 0. As I told you, we have 8 different kinds of light properties. So light 0 is a basic one, or the default one, which enables lighting function and the light source, which also cancels the effect of GL color 3F. So whatever GL color 3F gives as the effect to the object, that also will be hidden in this using light O or light 0 whenever we enable this particular function. Coming to this shade model function, which importantly deals with GL underscore smooth, which specifies the symbolic value representing for different kind of shades. And it comes in 2 values actually, GL underscore flat and GL underscore smooth. In other words, it calculates the intensity of reflected light at each polygon vertex. And once again we have GL enable, GL underscore normalize. So as we already know, we are supposed to normalize the image, so this particular function will enable that. And we have depth test to clear the depth buffers, and the last line is glut main loop, from where the execution starts. If you like my video, please like and share and subscribe to it. Thank you.